so that he can do this thing.
Woohoo!
Yay!
All
buddy.
right, guys. Welcome back for another episode of The Circle the Serpent. And I think there's something else. Sword the Circle and the Serpent. Yeah,
Yes.
I know what this game's called. Sure I do. But yeah, another episode of Pendragon by Chaosium. Here with all of our fabulous players, all the appropriate sirs, and so forth. I don't think we're live yet.
We should be.
Still says streaming soon.
Oh shit! Well, we're live noise-wise.
Streaming soon.
Listen, it's Tuesday, so I don't know what you guys expect from me being able to use my index finger and thumb to actuate the button that actually switches us over. When I said I'm going to switch us over, I don't know why you would really expect me to own that responsibility on a Tuesday.
Got it. Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, now we're live. I see it. I see it now. I'm glad you caught that. What if it's like an hour in and you're like, sorry.
No spoilers for the D&D movie.
No.
Nope, none available. I got this weird round dragon.
Yeah.
No spoilers.
Pendragon.
Hey, now we're there.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome, guys. Now you can see us along with hearing us.
Sorry.
Except for the small black box in the lower left, which would be reserved for Sir Augustus, who, with his pious Christian beliefs, was burying the individuals that were murdered by the party. That's what we're going to say.
Wow.
Roughly
So
Yeah.
we just went through that situation, and he's off carting corpses of murderers around.
He's carting some corpses
All
and
right.
putting them in the old graveyard. I think that's something you would do.
Yeah.
And if not, then
I think that would, Marcus. I think we'd have to be like, all right, good for you. Yeah, that's good.
right? No one else would care.
Yeah. No.
I'll be like,
Maybe Marcus.
You'd be like, wait, you're gonna eat that? I was gonna eat
Bjorn, we're drinking in their honor.
yeah.
Their dishonor.
Oh no, man! They
At
died.
the same bar.
They died well. That giant bastard that everyone killed.
I watched the final part of that. I'm sure that Augustus is not tending to the fallen. He's mopping the spilled blood, and they mistaken. They like, hey, you're a bar back. You were guarding the door here. Clean something up.
You're a bar bag. You were
Yeah.
guarding the door. Time for
He's
you to
doing-
do
he's like,
something
what the
this
hell?
time. Right? Right. All right. So anyway, so like I said, when we left off, that's what was going on. You guys had rode after Sir Balin, who had murdered the brave
Sir
knight
Lancor,
that
right?
was, Sir Lancor, yeah.
Yeah. I actually took notes that time.
What the hell?
Well, about halfway through, and then after that, it goes blank. So I don't know. Sorry.
Something like that, right?
Yeah.
It's more
Yeah,
fun
so-
to have Steve read his notes.
Yeah, it is.
Let's see. I have glory.
That's it. That's
I
all he's
have
concerned with.
glory.
Yeah, I did it.
Said it.
and
Must have done something because I got glory.
yeah, I want to make it crystal clear that I really want that guy's stuff. I didn't get
Oh,
a
yeah,
chance
yeah.
to say so at the end of it, but I'm looting the shit out of the only person I've ever found that has my size pants. like,
You're not gonna need these boots, are you, buddy?
yeah. I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle.
Alcohol.
Yeah,
No
get
doubt.
to the
Yeah,
chopper.
Get to
I mean,
the chopper.
none of them put up a fight about you taking their stuff. I can tell you that.
Yeah, do you guys know, like,
They're
is it like baking soda gets blood out of shit? Is it like a baking soda thing? It's baking soda vinegar. Do they have baking soda?
It's just more dirt.
Yeah.
Just-
Just put more dirt. Yeah.
yeah, we can make this red real easy. Did you guys talk shit? Just we gotta make it completely red.
I've got some fabric softener back at the castle that you can borrow.
I'm not falling for this again.
I'm sure Beardsley has a few lackeys that can clean your gear.
Are you gonna waft? Are you gonna waft that man right out of your hair?
Yes.
At least the bits and pieces of him that are in your hair. After they got obliterated. Yeah, so you guys managed to take them out relatively in short order, really.
Yeah, so baking soda was in the 1700s. Sorry.
The King's Justice was swiftly dealt.
Some of justice for sure.
Right.
Yeah, so he made away with a sword, killed the Lady of the Lake, right? That's that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The best knight. Yes.
The Knight of Two Swords.
The Knight of Two Swords. Oh yeah, I do have that as a title.
2 swords and no arms. That sucks.
To show you the far-reaching implications of this Pendragon series, apparently in mid-April there's going to be a show out on Hulu called Quasi, made by the makers of Super Trooper, which is their version of what we do here every night. So, do a little Google search. It's pretty hysterical.
And
super funny.
Yeah, and Sir Eder showed me the trailer for it. It's pretty spot on. It's pretty spot on for damn sure. So
there's a show that I saw, or a channel actually that I saw recently. I'm gonna have to look it up. I don't remember exactly what it is. I just impulse bought it, but it has I have to look it up. I'm sorry. I started that sentence without actually being able to help.
Man, that's so descriptive, Steve.
There's the
Shit.
Well, wait while you check it out.
I do a lot of things to my brain, so.
And if you tune in later in the
Do
episode,
tell.
you might actually get...
I like it, but it's a bad idea. Yeah, I don't fucking know. Never mind. I was trying to say something. It was cool. Just take my word for it.
Someone broke Steve.
Me.
He doesn't have Sir Augustus here to straighten him out today.
Yeah, what the hell? Where's
His
Minnie?
his only 2 friends are like either not here or all the way in Hungary. So
That hits deeper than you think. That's fine.
yeah. So, all right. So you guys have tidied this up and are, having some ale and so forth. As Sir Augustus is, scrubbing the floor in his nightly tabard. And got a little apron on.
Excellent.
That's
out some of those
he's watching this right now, lying in bed with his box of tissues and his NyQuil and his poor sick wife next to him, and he's just like,
the sickness. Okay.
He's like, I hate you so much right now.
It's like I hate you so much.
That's also how I watch the show typically, is in bed with it.
He's texting Jason, let me in. I am not I can play.
Yeah.
I can totally do it. Tag me in, coach.
I changed my mind.
Today he'll be played by
I promise not to stand by the door and do nothing.
I'm better than you. I just sit by the door. I don't participate in your shenanigans. That's what he sounds like.
Sir Ducky.
Yes. Sir cracks a lot. I like big butts.
So as you guys are kind of sitting here, having your ale and so forth, a woman comes into the tavern or the inn or boat or what have you. And she is very distraught. She has a young child with her. The child is very disheveled and dirty. Neither one have shoes, and they look like they have been in the elements for a reasonable amount of time. Her kind of clothing that she has is salt stained, which would give you the idea that maybe she comes from a coastal town or so forth, or an area by the coast where she would be near salt water. And she asked the innkeeper for some food, and of course she has no money for this food.
I buy them food.
Oh,
well, it certainly seems our deceased friends.
Our French friends can
Yeah,
Show some hospitality.
it's on their tab.
They eat very well, I think.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Is the kitchen running?
I mean, it is now.
It is now, or they're going to have a conversation with the Outback, probably. Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Augustus, rule for our friends.
Shepherd's pie.
Check her ID.
All right, and they're scarfing the food down.
Good lady, it
And she
seems
says-
that you've been out in the weather.
Oh yes, so we had to flee from our village.
Oh? Was there a plague or something?
I cover my mouth.
It is a small fishing town. We do have some crops and stuff, but as of recently, the crops have been destroyed and trampled, and the nets injured. Individuals have gone missing.
By what? Bandits?
Well, I cannot say. I have not seen it myself, but there are rumors.
Rumors. You say it, not them. Why do you use this word? Are you simple, or are you alluding to the fact that there is a beast?
We're really progressive.
Just shove Sir Beardsley. Just tell us what you do know.
And speak slowly so he understands.
It is they say it's a man on horse.
I've seen that.
Just one man?
Yes, he rides from the sea.
Well, that's unusual.
Oh, wait, I understand.
So-
What noise do horses make, young man?
What?
What noise
What?
does a horse make?
Trample? Clop?
Clop, trample, what? Whinny, perhaps? I'm just trying to make sure that you're properly identifying a horse, because you know, dear boy, horses do not swim in the sea.
That's why I told you I have not seen it. It's just the rumors say that he rides from the sea.
Well, then, he's clearly possessed, Marcus.
After seeing what we've seen, you're this incredulous as to what might be happening?
I've never seen a horse ride from the sea, have you?
No.
Well, then you should be incredulous as well, by God.
I wish Augustus were here because he's seen plenty of seamen.
So how far away is your village?
It is a 2-day walk.
Like a one-day ride.
I do not have a horse. It's hard for me to tell you.
Good lady, your feet are already tired and in need of a good soak, it seems. Perhaps there is a room for let here that you could dwell in until we've resolved the matter at home and it's safe. Would you
Well,
like that?
I do not have funds for such things.
Yes, but...
Well, I'm assuming there's 4 rooms available, so you can have one of theirs.
Yeah.
They're probably already paid for.
King Arthur would never allow you to suffer whilst your home is unsafe. So, in his good name, we shall ensure that you have a place to stay.
You know the king.
Of course. Have you not?
Do we know the king?
Have you not heard of Sir Garin?
We're like
Sir-
this.
Sir Garin.
Distant cousins, really.
Oh, my lady,
No.
while you eat, allow us to tell you, and we learn them about Sir Garin and Sir Marcus and Sir Beorn the Beast.
I'll go make actual arrangements for their stay.
Oh, we're actually being nice. Okay. That's a thing. Okay.
Sir
Marcus
Augustus
is being
Rubber
nice.
Flows.
Yeah,
Beardsley's about to sing, which I always enjoy.
I figured Beardsley wanted a squire. I was like, how much for that one?
Can always use another.
Yeah.
I might have a place on my team for a young lad like you.
No, he's too
There are
dirty.
often openings.
He's too dirty. I don't know that he could ever get possibly clean enough to serve as my squire. But no, we take care of them. Make sure that they're put up.
Okay.
That'll spread the good word. And then if we fail, they'll get kicked out and be homeless. But if we succeed, we'll come back and get them.
Kicked out.
Yeah.
Okay.
It seems like they're already homeless.
Yeah.
So
She tells you that they are from a town southwest of where you are, which is by the town of Gloucester, on the coast, on the western coast of Britain, known as Caerwent.
Spell that, Byron?
Caerwent, Caerwent.
Got it.
She says, if you could help, I'm sure the local baron there would be kind enough to pay you for your tasks.
Seeing to it that good people such as yourselves is reward enough, but certainly we'll have a conversation with the Baron. He should pay tribute to Sir Garen for his deeds, for certain.
Just to Sir Garrett.
Most would do that for, and his retinue, of course, but most would do so just for him to ride through their town.
but the retinue does like revenue.
Revenue like revenue.
Yeah. A little beer for my horses, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Beer from a horse, that's right.
Glory's fine, but it don't pay the bills.
Okay. I would assume you guys like ride out at dawn the next morning.
We ride at dawn.
8 o'clock.
Oh.
Once Beardsley Squires are up and running.
There's a like if it were just normal bandits, I'm not sure that this feels like a good adventure, but seeing a rider on a seahorse, I'm interested.
You don't think that he meant an actual seahorse, do you? Just
Garen's looking for seamen.
that. Do they hop?
We shall find out.
Yes,
I think
we
the
shall.
males carry the babies.
Okay. So you guys gather up your supplies and everything in the morning, and of course all of the whether you call it loot or equipment or whatever from here, and Sir Augustus would agree to probably follow up with you and either meet you at the town or back here at Arthur's Court, whichever may come first or next, for that matter. You guys ride. It's about 2 days, so it's about 15 miles to the southwest. It's kind of rocky, lowland territory, very marshy, especially as you get close to the coast. Because once you go over the road at Circester, it's pretty much all lowlands, marsh, and so forth, all the way to the coast. Because it's south of the mountains, the Cambrian Mountains there. Not as far as Estradales or Escavalion, but definitely in that direction.
Is there any chance there was a tale of lost love in this explanation we got from these two? I would really just like to see Beardsley supercharged again.
She does say that there have been men that have gone missing, especially those at night, and several of the local sailors and so forth. One group of sailors were actually attacked on a boat by this man on a horse while out to sea.
Are you feeling it, Sir Beardsley?
I think we're going to be chasing. This is fraud. It's got to be fraud. He rides his horse in from the sea and then out in. Lord Almighty perhaps walked on water, but I don't recall there being a horse. Do you, Marcus, recall there being a horse that could walk on water?
No.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to kill. Well, I don't know, when we see it, it's going to be like, oh, THIT.
I have a 1 in boating, so if this is going out to sea,
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are with the Viking. You guys are with the Viking.
I have some news.
There's a reason
solid stats.
Yeah, you're
I
like
got some solid stats for shit that is not important in land.
He's from the landlocked area of Sweden.
I am not.
Game.
I have 10 in boating. I have 8 in swimming, and I have 2 in harp.
That's good that you're better at boating, right?
I have the stats of an anchor.
Whoa.
And I'm heavier, but
The stats of an anchor.
that's all right.
Love.
I'm not sure if you guys figured this out yet based on my rolls, but I have a 2 in horsemanship, so no horses. I'm just sort of glued to the back of mine when we go do stuff.
Well, it naturally has like a hump in it, but it goes down like this from you being on its back.
Yeah,
I just rolled an 11 on 11 for battle. So as we're making our way to the coast, I am sharing this plan that involves Beorn going out to sea by himself and driving the creature to land, where the rest of us will tend to the beast. So this cannot be a bad idea because it was a crit.
This sounds like a bad idea.
This most certainly does not sound like such a bad idea.
Yeah,
You guys have a very misty ride to wet and rainy because it's springtime
England.
and England, and so very misty, rainy ride down the coast, and the smell of salt water, which is not something you're accustomed to, at least for a while for Beorn, and really not much for the rest of you because you mostly came from the central areas of the country.
Smells like a fishmonger's house in here, or out here.
Yeah, and well, fancy enough that you mentioned a fishmonger because that's like one of the very first buildings that you come to.
Oh, look, see?
It's pretty far on the outskirts of town, but it's near an area that has some piers and so forth that have been built. Just they're small piers. They're not very big, and there are people gathered around this fishmonger's hut or building. There's a small rowboat that is kind of up against the pier. It seems to be kind of at an uneven. It doesn't seem like it's floating very well. It obviously is damaged in some way.
Your ride, Beorn.
My saddle.
What shall you call it?
Someone else's.
And like I said, there's some people kind of gathered around, and as you get closer, couple of the kids are like pointing at you guys, riding up, and the knights are here. They will figure this out. And this tiny young boy screams over the crowd.
Throw that kid a little hunk of cheese as we pass. Here's some cheese.
Separate out a little bit, and you ride up. Like I said, they're kind of all hunched around the area of this hut. There's some barrels of salted fish and some stuff that are there outside this fishmonger's building, along with a broken boat. The whole area seems to be just covered in muddiness and water and so forth. Even though that it's close to the water, this is excessive. Like there's horse tracks and so forth all through this area, and the one guy says, "Yes, brave knights. Who amongst you is your most senior veteran? Perhaps he can figure out what has happened to to Philbin.
Because you see, it's only possible for one of us to think at a time. He's figured us out. And they sort of shout, I announce the arrival of Sir Garin, servant to King Arthur and his retinue.
And his retinue.
King of the Who.
What did you say, Byron?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
What's the reaction? Do they?
He says, oh. Let's see here. Has he ever heard of Sir Garin? He has not. He says, well, I'm sure he is brave, even though his deeds have not reached the coast.
Well, we shall tell you about my deeds. Beardsley?
In
Bring out
fact,
that
we
harp.
shall. And
I'll start to dismount.
And I sort of summarize a few cool ones, and I time it so just as we're approaching the people, like close enough to be sort of face to face, I say, and more recently, tending to your problem with the Sea Horsemen.
Yeah.
All right, you dismount and move towards the crowd that's around here. There are people just mumbling and kind of saying a variety of things. Someone says, "I can't believe it can't be human. It can't be human. It must be some sort of curse. A curse has come to the town." And as you part, you see that there is a woman crying over this individual that seems to be laying in this kind of hulking wet mess of algae, and his body, while his clothes are soaking wet, it looks as if he was been twisted like a rag.
I sort of kneel down. I put my hand on her shoulder. I look this over and I stand up and I say, nothing to see here, guys. I think we could head back to the court of King Arthur. There's clearly nothing that we can do here to help.
I say, I think he's dead.
I mean, that's, I can imagine I've never seen anything quite so grotesque.
Yeah, his bones are kind of protruding from some areas of the clothing. It's literally like somebody just, wrung him out.
Does anybody here know how this happened?
He was tending to the boats when it came for him.
Was this a large vessel that ran over him, or was this your
No, it was
Was it? Did the man look like him? And I point to Beorn because I could believe that Beorn could do this to someone.
no. At first I thought that it was destroying the nets. He was trying to stop it, and he went out. He took his cudgel, and said he was going to scare it off, but it was horrible.
What is it?
It was like someone peeled the skin off of his horse.
What is this it? Tell me exactly what you saw.
It was horrible. It was like a skinned horse, its rider, a part of it, as if they were one. Like the man grew from the back of the horse. He also had no skin on his face.
When did this happen?
Last evening.
Do these attacks always occur when you're tending to your trades of seamanship and such?
No, a few weeks ago, there was a man who was out with some of his livestock on the beach, and it came right up as if it came in with the tide and killed him. It left him hanging on the breakwall with in the net.
Sort of lean over to Marcus and whisper, "Definitely a curse. We should leave. This place is doomed."
We're like the Ghostbusters of Pendragon, and we've already got rid of one curse. Who are you going to call? The word is
Boom,
out.
boom.
All right, so back in the tavern, seeing this sea creature sounded like a great idea. I'm not so sure anymore. Does it? I guess I don't. What? It just comes and takes. Is it looking for food? Vengeance? Do you have any sense?
I don't know. It's terrible. It's causing our entire village to collapse. We're unable to fish. It destroys the boats and the nets, and takes the men who fish the ocean.
It takes the men. It's always the men? Has it attacked?
They're the ones who go out at night. Most of us stay indoors.
That's true. Only the harlots go out at night.
Mostly.
Well, I mean, we can stay out at night and see what happens.
We could, but not on
Maybe
an
the
empty
harlots.
stomach, can we? We have ridden far. We should eat.
We should eat.
Yes, you should come to the main village. I will have Hornbury make some food for you.
Beardsley, I'm guessing it's a good idea that you didn't thin down Squire number 7. We may need to.
Squire number.
I just can't get him to stop eating.
That,
He was eating my horse's oats the other night when I came in. Just dry oats. Just
Did Garen's super awareness skill pick up anything? Like anything cool? Anything we need to really know about?
I
Garen's a
did notice that there were like spots of algae and stuff on the corpse of the man. Algae that grows a little farther out than just here.
Okay.
There are small like sandbars or so forth out a little ways.
So I think I would gather up a bunch of sort of poles and create torches, and sort of kind of as the day progresses, and place them out so we can light them and evenly light the areas. There's not a whole lot of dark areas for this thing to sneak up. Not that it's going to try to sneak, but right.
I'm curious if anything has happened in this town that would have created an environment where this, whatever it is, showed up. Has there been any strange visitors? Have
Violent
the
deaths.
habits and customs of the people,
No, we
become
actually
odd?
had. We seem to have a good year. This past winter was abnormally warm, and we were able to fish a little earlier in the spring than normal.
Abnormally warm. Have you been using excessive fossil fuel?
Not yet.
Not that I'm aware.
We don't call it fossil fuel yet. It's just fuel.
This is
Maybe the
fuel.
unusual weather disrupted this creature's habits.
Yeah.
Well, if it's a curse, they've invited this curse on themselves, or somebody has brought it upon them.
But if-
Is there a
Carlton-
is there a friar somewhere about?
a friar? Yeah, Friar Diaz.
Hmm. Perhaps we should speak with him, Marcus. He might
He
have some
he
spiritual.
slaughtered a goat and
Can I look at?
He
Can I look at the prints of
he
the
what?
horse?
Wait, he what? He what? He slaughtered
yes, he said it was a sacrifice
to who?
to God.
Like capital G, little.
And I look at the pagans. and I look at the pagans, and the pagans are like, "Oh yeah, totally. That's how you do it." I glance at
Which
Marcus.
one?
That
Just
can't
sort of-
be it. That can't be it.
I glance at Marcus.
That's not it.
Yes. Yeah, slaughter. That sounds like you guys. Can I see anything on the hoof prints?
Yeah, they're quite large. Even large for your Danish draft horse. They're pretty fucking big. They're probably a good inch, about an inch further radius than the hooves on your horse, and not shod at all.
Hmm. Does it look like any webbing or anything around it? Like anything that would show that it's spread? I'm just curious because I'm trying to figure out if this thing swam.
Yeah, no problem. So
Like, I've never seen a horse pull this off properly, dude.
At first,
like,
it looks.
Oh shit!
Yeah. So at first, it looks like maybe something has kind of stepped on the hoof prints that were already there. Obviously, they've gathered around this area and so forth, and such. But the more you look at it, it looks like some flat, like thing has been impressed over some of the hoof prints.
Like someone's trying to cover it up, eh?
Has anyone successfully fought this thing and not ended up like this gentleman?
No one's fought it.
So, Marcus, we should definitely speak to the vicar. Perhaps he could offer some prayers for our encounter with him later. Hmm?
And you might have a better sense of what's going on too. The other villagers probably talk to him.
And if he's sacrificing goats, isn't that unusual practice?
Digging back to Old Testament.
Yep, I was going to say these days, right?
And good Lord, are we going to the Talmud? And lo, he didn't come forth.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Ah, yeah. Oh, shit. All right. You did not. Okay. I know a decent amount. Well, actually, let me go ahead and roll this thing.
So yeah, give me a
Shit. Nope.
give me a boating roll if you want, Beorn.
Boating?
I'll let you even do it with a boating roll.
I got a 2. Is that okay?
You said a
That's
2?
good. That's good.
Oh, it's under 10. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
That sounds bad. I've been playing.
So
D&D.
you've seen
Dang, you do know how to boat.
Yeah, you've seen some prints like this before, or at least somewhat close to
Used to
it.
call it,
Back when you were at home in Daneland before you came to England, there were sea lions, and they had like their flippers would make very similar tracks to this when they would come up on the sandy beaches.
Okay. But they don't disrupt crops and livestock.
Not typically.
What's your what's your lore or your fairy lore, Garen?
I already rolled. I wildly missed. It's a 3.
I got a fucking 2, so never mind. Whatever.
I think we got to go and talk to other people who might have.
I don't know shit, so it's fine.
Let the god guys go talk to the god guys and see if we can learn anything.
God guys speak to the God guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys talk to your guy.
My people talk to your people.
Capital G guys. The G
Don't ask Odin.
Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to the OG. Yeah. Yeah, you mean the guy that was nailed to the cross a long time before yours? Yeah, I'll go do that. That's fine.
Nailed to our cross a long time before yours.
Yeah, it was nailed to eat dress up. This one. But okay, it's cool. Yeah, you guys got all the new stories. Okay, you guys go talk to your guys.
I just picture he's just grumbling, this big beast of a dude, just like. Yeah, we go to the.
That's the fucking Dane because I forgot some shit from my childhood. But hey, everyone just go talk to the guy that asked for 10% of your gold. It's fine.
We'll go to the temple or chapel or whatever the hell they call it, and
Yeah, there's a
Church.
small church. Yeah, it's just like one of the buildings of the town that has been multi-purposed into a church. And there's a kind of rotund man
Hey,
with his hair's been cut away in the middle. It just has that ring around him, and
look, a
and
friar.
yeah, and he has a kind of a burlap style robe that he wears with a robe and a cross that's cut out of driftwood.
Byron, while they're doing this, Beorn and I would be, I think, having a little conversation about, where could we fight this thing? Just checking out the areas where, if this thing makes an appearance, would be best to greet it.
Sure.
So while they're doing this, that's what we're doing.
Okay, so you're examining. I'm going to say the beach area where most of the fishing boats are pushed out and stuff like that.
And if we hear anything like da 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 da, we're moving away from the shore.
Got it.
And if I hear any horse noises like trample, I'm not going out there.
Right. One of the individuals actually takes you to show you the area of the crops and stuff, which is inland from the sea, where the crops have all been trampled and such. So we'll get back to you on that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So we'll come back with that. Okay.
Yeah, I'll come back to you. So so you go see Friar Diaz. He is seems to be of Roman descent, but still living here in England. And he says, "Oh, how are you, my kind sirs?"
Father, I do whatever the appropriate salute would be for a knight to a friar. May I introduce you to Sir Marcus? We have come in the service of the king.
Oh, your service was much appreciated.
Is it? I smile.
Yes.
I sort of do that flippant.
Apparently my prayers have worked. And he kind of does a symbol over his chest.
I am famished, Sir Marcus. I would love some barbecued goat. Wouldn't you?
I knew we messed up. We should have went to eat.
I'm walking around and checking out the little.
He's kind of wandering around the little area, like between the pews and stuff, kind of lighting some candles. And stuff there.
He's like, do they call you a
Inspection of
friar?
his facilities.
They call you a friar because you're a good cook, or is...
What can you tell me about what is happening here?
Well, God himself has cast down a plague upon these individuals for the sins they pay.
What sins are so severe that God would send such retribution from the sea?
It's not I to judge their hearts. It is God's will. God bringeth them, God taketh away.
What have they done to deserve it, in your mind? Surely you must have some clue, being resident and taking confession from them as you do.
Well, they still take many wives. I would assume it would be the practice of adultery. Perhaps the sins of the flesh. The sins of the flesh is why this creature comes with none.
Sorry.
I see.
Ignorance is bliss, Beorn. Good thing we're not hearing any of this.
But the blood of the Lamb, the blood of Christ. That is where the Savior will come. So it is that sacrifice that has brought you here, as God has spoken and shown you the way to Carwat and this plague.
Oh, I wasn't around for Beorn's tracking thing, so I wouldn't really know about the footsteps being covered over either. But do tell me, where do you make these sacrifices? And it seems it's so clean. Is there another part of this sanctuary?
We did it on the beach, where God reaches from the ocean to take those that have done wrong. Because I believe I still have some of the lamb blood. Has God mocked you? Have you been forgiven for your sins?
Of course
He dips his finger in it and starts walking over to you.
I step
as
back
if to wipe it on your forehead.
I step back, and I reach and pull my sword.
And you thought Ash Wednesday had a different origin story.
I have never heard of a god who reaches out from the sea, nor one who requires worship outside of his sanctuary. What is this that you speak of?
What is our Lord?
And what is his name? Christ our Lord?
Yes. Who did you think I spoke of?
I'm not aware.
Wow.
I glanced at Marcus like, help me out here before I cut this fucker's head off kind of thing.
Sheathe
Like,
your sword, Beardsley. We're not here to admonish him for the way he worships.
nor are we here to decorate our faith like pagans, Marcus.
Yes.
I think he's just reaching back to older traditions out of desperation.
A priest? Is that what we do?
Offering blood?
When we are desperate, we pray. We do not resort to filth, do we? In the house of our God? No wonder this place is cursed.
We resort to what works.
I leave the two of them together because I'm about to chop this fucker's head off. That's nonsense. That's nonsense. Is there a way that I can kind of wander around more without him being right there with me? It's very small.
It's a small building. It's
Yeah.
a small building. It's maybe only like 12 feet by 15 feet. It's not very big.
Okay, I'll walk around
Enough to-
outside and let him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can walk around outside. Absolutely. There's a small barrel outside. It seems to be not fully sealed, but some sort of stench coming from it. And he says,
Like stench, like
like stench, like
old meat or refuse or
like
poop.
old meat.
I'm gonna check in that when I get a chance, but I'll let Marcus hang out for a while. Yeah.
He says, your compatriot is not as strong in his beliefs as you are, I can see. You are a man of the cloth. I could read it in your face.
I'm strongly bound to the faith, and Beardsley is more rigid in his practices, it seems. Tell me about who has fallen victim to this creature. Is it typically men working the shores?
Those who go out at night, the sinners, those who would besmirch the Lord's name, do things, live in the world of the flesh.
I understand what you're saying. Okay. And the crops more inland?
God must first take you to the worst before he can bring you to your best. When they pray and they mean it, when their hearts are pure, then God will answer. God will tell us how to solve this problem. Are you not just an extension of his arm? The edge of his sword, as you will?
I pray that my will aligns with God's, but I'm here to see that this trouble is put to an end.
That is the only will, the will of God. You could do nothing without it.
Well, I hope you're helpful to the villagers that come to you in need.
Always.
I'll be on my way, Friar. God be with you.
God be with you.
think I'm prying the lid of the barrel as he walks
Yeah.
out. It's kind of.
You're prying the lid of the barrel. It pops open because I mean it's not fully sealed. In it is a host of animal intestines and probably what's left of the lamb skull that maggots crawling in and out of its.
Are you that hungry?
Is this not strange to you that he would keep this right here next to the chapel? Something's amiss with this friar, I tell you. I am hungry, though. I close the barrel back up and just kind of
It's a chum bucket.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys look around the beach area and go and look at the area of crops, and you see some of the same footprints that you saw back at the fisherman's wharf. Basically, hoof prints and flippers that have smashed the crops that have been growing here. A big portion, maybe a third of the crops that would support this village have been smashed. And there are some areas on the beach that seem like they could be defensible in battle. There's some areas of like wood and boats. Boats could be flipped over to make like low walls, or areas that you could find cover should you need to retreat.
Does it not trouble you, Marcus, that it almost seems like the priest is waging some sort of war against these people? We should tell the others.
Sure.
You have to find a way to do so without making it seem cool, because they're into killing goats and stuff. I guess we find Beorn and Sir Garin. Maybe we might have done that
from the
before.
holy man.
Yeah, I'll leave that to Marcus. It's clear that I'm disapproving, but I would leave the explanation to Marcus.
He has a dim view of his flock and thinks this is God's punishment for their indiscretions.
So you're all agreed. Okay.
You're all agreed.
The holy man says it, so yeah.
I got a bad feeling about this. This doesn't all add up. If we're gonna stay and see what happens tonight, I say we try to draw it up here into these fields. I mean, if this thing's truly coming from the sea, I don't want it to be near its power.
He tried to wipe blood on my head, Marcus. His sacrifice
It's not the worst thing you've had wiped on you.
Perhaps it's not, but it's not certainly not part of proper Christian doctrine, is it?
Not currently, no.
Well, could it be that truly this is God's punishment, and that it's as a result of his vile deeds?
Perhaps.
We should kill him.
Let's wait and see.
I don't believe I just said that out loud. We should kill the friar. That's not.
Yeah, what law did he break?
He's got a bucket of dead fish on his porch.
That's his bad planning.
And this is just this thing's coming out of the sea. It feels like he's feeding it.
Was animal entrails, right? Like, or was it fish?
It was probably the remains of the lamb that got slaughtered. Like they probably gutted it and used it.
Just need a bit of blood, and then use the rest for food.
Savages.
He didn't even make sausage.
When did the trash people come by? Is that a thing?
You said it was a goat originally. Was it a lamb?
Yeah, goat, lamb, whatever.
Okay.
Sure. It's a livestock of some sort.
I don't know, guys. What do you think?
We can set up some like small campfires or something on the beach to light later, and maybe a few leading inward. So
yeah, I set torch poles along the water.
Are there any?
Yeah, there is a firm like wind of like mist and sea spray that comes off of there. So campfires right on the beach would be wet. They might be hard to light.
I say we build a big fire up here in this field. See if it comes up to.
Well, that could be the rally point.
I just say keep the people off the shore. We'll throw a little party up here, make lots of noise, and see what happens.
What if we get? What if we dig a big hole, like in between us and the beach, like
Like a trench.
Fill it with pitch and tar.
I don't care. I'm hoping to fill it with a monster, so I don't know.
Light
I'm
her up.
hoping to flow with a monster.
Yeah.
I don't want to fight it near the ocean.
So my people have a lot of stories about creatures in the sea, and I don't disbelieve this. So I do feel like this guy is maybe provoking the creature in, or using it to attack those that he disapproves of, like you said. But I'm not writing this one off as like some angry guy in the water. Like
there's nothing could have done to that guy what we saw on the shore. He wasn't trampled to death. He's twisted in a knot.
Do you remember Big Bird thing? We never figured out what that was, but we saw one.
It's true.
We saw a Big Bird thing. And I ate a mushroom and tripped balls or something.
And a bar guest.
Yeah, and whatever evil dog thing that was. I don't even remember, but
shape-shifting dog thing.
You can be like, I don't believe in shit, but we had to scrape whatever the hell that was off blades and stuff. So that's what I believe in. And
in every case, what we found is that these horrors only come when cold. We've not seen some abomination wandering the countryside and examining the flowers.
And the
always been when they're summoned.
Maybe you could invite the Friar to a little party tonight. Let's see if he comes.
Aye.
Yeah.
He said God sent us as a yes, so he should be here to lead us to victory.
Tell him we're having a little prayer circle up here, and we need his voice.
Well, not lie to the Friar. You just.
I will.
It's not. We're going to have a big party.
I will.
Here, and,
lying to the priest.
I'll be right back.
I don't want someone up here that can't swing a sword to save his life.
But I don't care if he loses his. So I'm going to go
see if he's willing to come. I'm not saying he has to be up here, but
we could use a holy man.
Perhaps you should go and.
He doesn't seem very, very concerned with it. So
perhaps the two of you should visit.
I'm in.
You can ask him if he wants to join us up there.
Yes, perhaps that's an appropriate way. Extend an invitation to serve the gods' men. You have to say it that way. Promise, Beorn. Say it with me. Gods. That's possessive, not multiple like you think. Gods men. The gods.
Oh, kneelers. I got it. Yeah, I'll just call him a kneeler. Yeah, he's a
kneeler.
Yeah, he likes to kneel. It's fine. So
so if you're not, I think we start getting the villagers to help us build like a big, stack of wood and get ready for a big bonfire up here.
Yeah, there'll be plenty of them. They can help you.
And I walk over to invite the priest. So.
Yeah, I'll go with you. Let's see if he'll come up and consecrate the ground.
Yes. Yeah, we could use some. What do you guys do? Fucking touch people's heads. Make them feel confident this is going to go bad. Not mine.
I'm going to visit the Friar.
Yeah.
Okay. So everybody's visiting a Friar? Who's visiting a Friar?
I'm gone for sure.
Okay. So
if somebody's got to stay, somebody's got to stay and help get everything rallied up on the hill. So if Beorn, you want to handle it, that's fine. I'll
go down. That's fine.
Okay.
I'll try and not fortify, but try to make the best decisions about how we want to try and draw this thing up.
Yeah, they have some like portable fences or fences that they move around sometimes to use as like pens for like different livestock and stuff like that. They're not they're not big fortifications, but with an extra board or something like that, they'd be small things that could
obstacles.
They'd be obstacles for a horse for sure.
This sticks jammed in the ground.
Yeah, this little angry church is made out of wood. That's pretty cool.
It's true.
I mean,
so you walk down to the church. The friar is there. He's kneeling, praying at his little altar that he has.
And on the way in, I noticed the bucket, right? Like it's there.
It's outside. He told what you call Beardsley would have told you about it.
Yeah, I
So
would have told you
it's
about
not
it.
right
and,
by the door, but it's away from the door.
and
a little
the
bit to
lid
side.
the lid would probably be cockeyed on it because I don't think I would have tried to like shut it. I just sort of dropped the lid.
You
back
can
down.
smell it before you see it.
I walk over and I look in really quick on the way in, just to
Oh
verify.
yeah, it's like a skeletal head with still big chunks of meat still stuck to it.
I grab it
Maggots.
and I pick it up a little bit and I put it back down. Gross. Okay.
That's fine. You licked your fingers afterwards.
Nope, not yet.
All right.
All right. So I walk up to the
Yeah, you go in.
I knock.
You knock. He doesn't answer. The door is open though.
No, fuck
Just
it.
go in.
Yeah, that's fine.
And he's kneeling very quietly up near the altar. Candles lit on the altar and to both sides of it.
I stay toward the very back of the door. I don't really. I
Give
kinda,
him a moment to
yeah.
finish.
Yeah.
Is this a bad time?
And he finishes. He says, "Ah, I see. God has sent those that need to be saved along with those who would save them."
Oh shit!
And we could use your help, Father. So
Well, of
before he
course.
says that, I'm back in the back watching. Does he look at them when he says this, or does it like he already
No, he's
knows?
facing the other way. It's like he can sense it.
I look
he
at
says-
Marcus like
He says, "Of course you need my help, son. I am the vessel of God. I present his chalice, the water of which you drink of him."
the look on Steve's face is killing me.
That's exactly the look Beorn would be giving the Friar.
that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, so good.
Okay.
He
We
says,
could still use your help outside.
are you ready to receive your Lord?"
You outside. Outside. We have people that need your voodoo you do so well outside, because we feel that your words of encouragement are better than the words of a heathen.
Well, of course.
Thank you.
What should
your name?
you say to them?
I'm not the holy man. You are outside.
Well, of course you're not the holy man. You are the heathen.
Outside. Outside.
You're
Outside.
slightly large and in front of the door.
Yes, it's my penis. Outside. Outside. I will back out of the door if you
Okay.
fall out of the door. I reach my hand out and it's the dirty one. And I put it on the back of his robe and walk with him.
They kinda-
Like the fucking-
Byron, as they pass me, I
Photo
sort of
bucket.
slip up. I slip up to the altar, kind of quietly,
Please don't forget to wipe my
and
hands
just
on
take a look around and
Okay.
assess like the things he had laying out, the candles, the order of it. Obviously, being as chaste as I am and like pious, I would have a good idea as how that should be. Is it appropriate or no?
Mostly.
Mostly. What's
Do
the
it.
what's the not mostly?
There are some dried
Chicken bones.
some dried bones
Oh.
that
Aaron, you should have come down here. I'm yelling outside.
Like rune stones?
Your awareness is in a field.
Like rune stones, like that sort of thing?
no, like dried bones from something.
They fashioned into the shape of say an
No, they're
upside down
not fashioned together. They're
pentagram
just literally just bones laying there.
That's, maybe he was eating some chicken wings while he was
Could be lunch. Could be.
They're probably a little larger than
summoning.
chicken wings, but they do kind of remind you of the bones of a chicken.
Mm.
As an expert in chickens, would I have noticed?
No,
So-
you're too far away.
Yeah, so
You do-
so is Marcus out, or am I in here by myself?
I don't know what he was doing.
Okay, is there
Well,
a?
just staying in there and watching what you're doing.
I call him over. Do you see? Look at this.
Marcus is like, don't stop touching shit.
This is no friar. This is no normal friar.
Like, how many bones are there?
This
Oh,
many.
probably
Look.
8 or 9. Probably 8 or 9. Mostly look like some sort of like leg, or you might even think wing bones.
Ooh, I look for some kind of little baggie or something. Some kind of I don't know,
baggie? Yeah,
like
there's
a-
no
Drugs?
Ziplocs.
like
Yeah,
a
Ziploc.
like a pillowcase or a garment. I don't know, something, some cloth.
Probably a small sack,
Yeah.
like a burlap.
I
sack.
scoop up the bones in that, but I try not to touch them. I kind of fling them in there with my dagger. I try to go as fast as I can. Probably drop a couple on the ground as I go.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, you can take the bones.
I'm gonna give these.
The earth
I'm gonna
opens beneath
Yeah.
you.
I'm gonna give.
That'd be awesome, right?
I'm gonna give these to the heathens.
Were
The
the
Great
bones on
Wall.
the altar?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a powerful thing.
I'll ask the friar when I get out there. Explain the bones that were on the altar.
And I would like to remind the GM that I did wipe my bloody hand on the back.
Yeah, I
page.
did. I know you did.
Just want to make sure you understand.
Yeah, I understand what you
I
said
got
when
exactly
you put your
what
hand
you
on
got.
it.
That I'm provoking something. So.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you ask him about the bones. He said, "They're the bones of God's seers."
About seahorses?
No, they're of gulls. Through
Eagles?
God can see this creature and hopefully protect us from it.
Well, those ones are dead. So
Well, yes, that's how you communicate with them. Do you not pray to those who have passed?
Oh yeah.
That is why we
Dude's
put
doing
them in.
This guy's a witch.
and what's
Yeah.
funny,
That's why we put them in
You're like,
cemeteries.
I do.
Yeah, I'm watching Sir Beorn and Sir Garen kind of like, yeah, okay, and Marcus and I are like, hell no.
One of us. One of us. Can I have the bones? A bone?
Sure. If God wills you to have them, then you should have them.
I hold up the bag.
Yeah. Yep. Beardsley says I can have a bone.
I just hand you the bag. Be careful.
I feel like Bjorn, this
accept.
is time to get this guy to testify.
Yes.
Not in
You
the
will.
not in the traditional way. Like, I wonder if we could
Yes, sir.
scare him. I wonder if we could, we got a bad feeling about you, buddy. And if you're up to anything, we're going to use you as the bait.
That's what you tell them?
And if your God's going to protect you, well, then that's going to be awesome. I might even change my views.
I think if we give him a task, he'll be the bait anyway, because he'll be outside.
Friar, there is but one holy doctrine, and that comes from the Bible. And what is the line
Which
in
book
there?
is the chicken bones? in?
Something
The
about
pigeon bones.
people who consort with psychics and what I don't know. That I'm not that guy, but there is a line in there, and I quote it. The bit with like,
Yeah. Consort with any psychics, only the Lord himself.
the
It's
use
not
of
God.
the use of idols is prohibited. These things that you're doing, they are sacrilege.
These are God's creatures. This is not an idol. It is not meant to replace it. He has created us. He brings it to us.
You're a fool. This is
In
not.
the
This
book
is
of
this is not God's man.
1926, You shall not eat any flesh with the blood in it, and you shall not interpret omens or tell fortunes.
Oh, thanks, bro. Yeah. So I say that. I
busted.
say that. I'm gonna open up my Chat GPT.
Oh,
Thank you.
God's
Thanks, Nedley.
mad. Oh.
Do you not understand the words of the
Somebody
Bible?
used your book against
Have you not
Oh my
read it?
God.
Are you in such a backwater that you don't know how to read?
Of course, I know how to read.
Then perhaps you've forgotten. And I'm kind of being a little aggressive and forcing him to get, kind of nervous, put him on edge.
Roll intimidation? Is that a thing?
The Lord works in mysterious ways. But he does show us his commitment to us as his children.
I've been
were
riding these mountains and forests with these Christians for a long time, and they've never used pigeons to see anything. So I'm not a.
I take some of the bones and I put them in the bag with my rune stones.
Okay.
Is the Is it getting dark yet? Is it what time of day is it?
Oh yeah, it can be getting dark. Yeah. I mean, you guys can
Well,
take.
our original purpose was to come here and ask you to join us when we attempt to confront the creature this evening.
And
I'd
if
like
we
to
are
go with the
wrong,
I
presumption
can
that-
bless you.
yes. And if
that
we,
it's not the work of God wreaking vengeance on this village, but maybe consider it perhaps the work of the devil, just exercising his malevolence against these people.
The devil
And we
and
need your
God.
faith there.
The devil and his son, the God and his son. If you do remember that the devil was just one of his sons, and by default, it is necessary sometimes to get help from all of those who could
this is
help in these situations.
Beard's just literally just turning red and just like starting to like staring at Marcus like, if you seriously find some way to mansplain this away. Oh, of course, he's just being philosophical about the probably kill him.
So when I see Beardsley getting agitated, I want to go up and talk to him.
Beardsley?
I want to hear from Beardsley what's going on.
All right.
We've got a big bonfire set up. We're about to torch this baby. We've got some defensive positions set up.
And the
Beardsley,
holes,
what is
right?
do you seem upset?
I believe that man, he is no friar. He is no man of God. No man of God would do as he does, claiming to lead a flock that is as impoverished as these. No man of God.
Then Beardsley, it seems to me it's quite simple. We are either going to fight this thing, or you're going to figure out a way to get this guy to undo what he's done. If he's not involved, then we're still going to fight this thing. But if there's a chance we don't have to fight it, I think it's worth it.
The trouble is Marcus speaks the truth. Perhaps he is clinging to some old pagan ways, and he hasn't actually summoned the beast. But I fear that it will be too late for us. I think he was trying to mark me with that blood.
Well, maybe he was trying to save you. Maybe we should take the blood just in case. Maybe it'll leave us alone.
I can ride back and get it if that's your wish.
No, I don't have any. This is your purview. I'm just telling you. Listen, listen, Beardsley. We're worst case scenario. We're fighting this thing. If your gut's telling you that it's this guy that's doing it, then figure out a way to get him to fess up to it and stop it.
I'm gonna get the blood. I am gonna ride back, kick in his door, whatever. He didn't lock it. I just go find.
No, he doesn't lock it. He doesn't need to. God protects.
So the horseman's waiting for me at the door when I get there. Like,
no.
Because
I'm sorry. What are you doing?
He took a deep
That
breath.
would be a terrible idea.
The horse takes a big breath and
I've
goes,
got an idea.
Ramble. That's the sound of a horse.
Is there anybody out around at all?
Dusk. No, not too many people. You've told them, I'm assumed, to kind of stay away from what you're doing. I would assume so. Most of them are.
Like while I'm out and around, are you sure there's not like a straggler that I could approach?
Oh yeah. As a matter of fact, there is a guy that seems to be down near the beach. He looks like he's pulling together his net.
Don't do it. You step away from the shore.
I will give you 1 gold if you get us a bunch of fish tonight. We're gonna be up late.
So I'm thinking Byron based on my cruel.
Oh no.
I would approach him. Good sir, you're out here working late.
I am sorry. I know that Sigan said for
I put my
not be out.
I put my finger up to his mouth. Shh.
I was unable to
Please
collect the nets with working on the balls.
Dip your finger in this vessel and wipe this blood on your forehead. It will protect you.
I've already been blessed by the Friar.
By the blood, then?
Yes, I've already been blessed
by
the Friar.
My mistake! Why waste good blood? You are so right. Listen, you must get to your home now. Put the nets down and forget about them until the morrow, or it will be your head. Off you go. I give him a farthing, and I come back to Garen.
Okay.
It's the blood.
To the friar,
So,
my ultimatum is we will be out there confronting this evil that has beset your village. You will be there. You don't have to fight, but you will be there as an example to your flock. And then that's how I leave him.
And you will anoint
Okay.
thyself in your blood. Here, I've brought some for you. Mark yourself as you do your flock.
As you were kind of coming back away from the church in the beach area, you did hear some splashing and stuff in the waves as they were on the beach. If you wanted to investigate
Yeah.
by yourself.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
you were the one on the beach.
What's your valorous versus cowardly?
No,
there,
see, the thing is...
Yeah, what is your valorous versus cowardly? Huh?
So it's
That's a good
15
point.
versus 5, so I'm valorous. But I need to get this back to Sir Garen. So my honor, he needs to know. And then I'm going to... I've got my horse. I'm just like haul ass over there. Run... And I kind of like movie style chuck the pitcher with the blood in it. The secret's in the blood. They're splashing that way. We should go investigate. Ha! And that's when, ha ha!
The files are in the computer?
So yeah, so Beardsley comes back and tells you there was some sort of splashing down on the beach.
That's what beaches do.
Looks like it's going to be time to party, my friends. I say we take up position.
Okay.
Garen's
See what
got the
happens.
blood.
Let's light this big fire.
You like this game.
So you like that?
I don't know how to use the blood to bless anybody. If you think that,
Yeah.
I said circle my horse.
let's
Have
what?
the
Let's see
priest
if this
anoint
guy puts it on
himself.
Let's see if he puts it on himself first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Maybe he's been marking the guys he don't like.
That's exactly what
okay,
he's
I see
been
what you're saying.
doing. I shout.
Yes, he says of course, and he says a few blessings, and he says, "And our Lord must save us from our sins, absolve us from the show these that do not firmly believe in you, that we are your children, your chosen ones." And he kind of like wipes like a cross on his head, and then he wipes like 2 little blood stains like down the sides of his eyes.
I walk
He
up and
says-
I put,
There's
says,
your
"Let
answer,
these tears-
Beardsley.
Let these tears that I have shed be enough, so that no more should be taken from us, our Lord. Protect these men."
I walk up and
He turns to bless whoever's closest to him.
who's closest?
Well, you said you walk up.
Oh
Oh, well, I stuck my hand in the little blood thing and I put it on his face. Okay. There, no more. Now you go sit over there. Outside, go sit.
I get it.
Well,
I
you
think-
need blessed yourself, my son. Perhaps
alright.
you should put the cross of Jesus on your face.
No, I like all the letters. You just
I got the majesty.
yeah.
All right.
I'll take it.
Yeah, he'll bless you.
All right.
Bless this night, my lord. Let there be an extension of your arm, the sword of your justice, the blade of your hatred versus these sinners.
God doesn't hate. Well, I guess he did. He's kind of grumpy in the Old Testament.
I just like
Kind
the
of
war
grumpy
paint.
sometimes.
I just
Yeah.
like the war paint.
And
All right.
he just puts a cross on your head. He doesn't do the thing.
I want the tears too, Padre.
He does put some blood on your sword.
All right. I want the tears too, Padre.
Yeah, okay.
You can't have the tears.
May these tears keep his vision sharp as his sword as he defends us in this task. And he'll give you little web tears.
Beardsley, if the Father forsakes us, strike him down.
Damn.
And if that is his mark to protect those who are in league with him, know it has been an honor serving you. You are my brothers. But first, to the water! Ah, we go.
No, I'm staying up here.
I'm
Let's see
like-
if we can get this.
I'm like hauling ass, looking back like, oh.
No.
Oh.
You're like, yeah, we have the high ground. I thought you said you had battle.
Babble.
He
I have babble.
He meant
I
Batel.
administer my own prayers there. Dear Lord, let me be your instrument once again, and so forth and so on.
All right. So are you staying at the bonfire or? Whoops.
It blurred out on me. I think it was the blurred background. I want to fight up. I want to fight up near the big fire.
I'll move with Beardsley a little closer to the beach to, if necessary, lure it back to them. Act as bait.
Yeah, I stand in between them. Yeah. So.
Okay.
All right,
Did you
Beorn.
guys do the pit? Did you guys
Yeah.
do the pit? Okay. So
Yeah.
the
If we
pit
had
is-
time,
Let the villagers dig the pit for
Yes,
us.
let
Yeah,
them
yeah, you
dig.
got time.
Hell yeah,
You
let
got
them
time.
dig.
They have nothing else to do.
I mean, at the end,
All right. So
if we can get this thing up by the fire and we can, light that pit on fire to keep it from the ocean, rock and roll.
Okay. Yeah. So Beardsley, you get down by the shore, mostly by yourself, because Marcus is there behind you, but he's a little further back, and Beorn is back with Garen, and you're there, and you hear the splashing, which seems to be coming over by one of the boats that you have flipped over. And you hear like it doesn't just sound like the sloshing of water at this point. It sounds like the sloshing of like somebody reaching inside a bag of meat.
Oh wow, okay. So I'll kind of ride up in a little bit of a wide arc, and
So you're on horseback.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And just kind of ride around with the. How's my horse react as I approach? By the way, is it cool?
Your horse is a little unsettled.
Is it?
As a matter of fact, I think you probably have to roll a horseman
Oh shit. Okay.
check just for riding on the beach. It's wet and
Yeah. No, that's fine.
sandy.
I'm following him on horseback.
watch
You're
this.
following him?
I'm gonna do
Okay.
like a.
So yeah, you can hear it too, Marcus.
Ooh, okay. 14. I don't think that's all that great. Where's riding?
I think it's at the top under combat.
Combat skills.
Oh, horsemanship.
Yeah.
10. 14 of 10.
Okay, at 14 out of 10, that's a fail.
Yeah.
So your horse stumbles a bit, and
Oh.
actually give me a dexterity check to see if you can stay in the saddle
Okay.
with that roll because you failed your check.
Ooh, 11 on 11. Dead on.
Ooh, okay, critical. So yeah, your horse stumbles. It kind of rolls its leg a little bit, but you manage to just kind of shift your weight in the saddle just perfectly enough that it pulls the horse back up before it goes down.
Yeah, knowing he's unstable though, I'll use that crit to just I'll sort of in that same motion just slide off of it and let it run away from me a little
Dismount.
bit.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So you
Probably
dismount
smart.
and the horse kind of stumbles back up the beach and towards the thing.
Okay.
So Marcus, you're riding over as Beardsley manages to recover from this almost potential accident with his horse. He almost had to put down his horse, just like he used to have to put down his squires. And so you can hear like this, like it sounds of like someone putting their fist into like a bag of meat, like a sucking sound, and the spray of the ocean as the waves come in is just
Is it carrying
and
like
kinda-
any smell of viscera with it as well? Is there a smell
a
in the
little
air?
bit, little
Blood.
bit, yeah. And as you round the boat there, Beardsley, to kind of be able to see what's behind there, you see what looks to be, it looks like a horse knelt down, but it's totally skinless. Like you just see the musculature of the horse. It's rippled red, pinkish flesh, kind of contracting as it looks like its rider is kind of chewing on whatever this is on the beach. And as it turns, it lifts its head, and you realize that the rider isn't sitting on the horse. He's like part of it. He's like melded into the horse.
It's like a satyr or something, or like.
And no, it's like literally a horse, and the rider is literally like his legs are actually part of the middle of the horse. Like he's actually melded to it.
Oh,
it's a swim tar.
I had that happen to some GI figures once.
No, it still has the top half. It still has the top half of a horse. Hey, I tried to design a centaur. Nice. And
thanks, Mid-Journey. That's not quite it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like a man riding a horse, but the torso of the man is melded into the back of the horse as if he had no legs. The back legs of the horse are like flippers, and the man's head flops to side as if his neck was broken. The horse's head has a wide mouth from which comes steam, and has a single red eye. But the most horrible feature of it is it has no skin. The flesh and blood vessels are exposed to the air as black blood pumps through its veins. Red muscles slide across each other, gleaming and glinting as if they are wet with seawater.
Roll sanity.
Because
no doubt, right?
There's no doubt in I begin a prayer. I would say I think we have to have like a hand signal or something for like danger, right? I hold that up all of a sudden to Marcus, and I drop down.
You also have a phrase that you guys yell. It's something like "Oh fuck."
Yeah, Aardvark. Armageddon.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, Oklahoma. Yeah. So I yell Oklahoma, and I will. I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna. This is just a little much, I think.
Hey, where's your monster manual, Byron? I know what you're doing. Where's your monster manual?
Oh, I don't have a monster manual.
This is scary.
I have things from folklore, man. These are folklorish things.
Yeah, people not gonna.
Marcus, in addition to the smell of the ocean,
you got it, Beorn.
Smell the soiled shorts of Beardsley.
Oh shit. So so one of the things
you hear, oh shit, and then oh dear Lord, help me God, help me Lord, help me Jesus.
It's real.
Lord Jesus.
Unfortunately, one of the other things that you realize about it is it's really fucking fast. And so it comes kind of out of the darkness, and Marcus, you see it moving at really good speed right at Beardsley. And it swings at him with an arm, and also its horse its skeletal thing just kind of snapping, almost like the jaws of a canine as it attempts to bite him.
I want to try to roll and chop at its leg if I can, if it doesn't kill me.
Like grip the reins and like get a steady grip on the horse and lean down, yell Beardsley, and reach out my arm to like pull you up on the horse.
Yeah,
so we can ride.
I want to roll toward that scoop and then try to get a swat at its leg with my sword.
Okay, so it snaps at you, and it is unfortunate, but it does miss. And so, and it's very close. You can smell like a wet algae and meat like breath, just kind of with a salty.
Isn't that the new flavor of Dentine Ice? Algae meat breath.
I think that's a new Dorito flavor.
God. Okay.
And there's your title.
So far, it's Beorn and the Friar's finger.
It's good for a dirty mouth. Morbid.
I play.
All right, yeah, and you managed to get onto the horse.
Do I get a swat at it, or am I just too?
Yeah, you can get a swat at it. Right. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so that's gonna be
good and angry, so it can chase us.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that's gonna be an 8 of 16.
So
on the skin.
While you swing at it, unfortunately, its other arm kind of blocks it, and it cuts kind of into the bone as you hear it hit the bone, almost like dried driftwood.
All right.
Like when you guys were making the sticks and the stuff out of wood for the pits.
That's gross.
And so next up was going to be Garen. You're back at the thing. You hear like the fuck type shit going on down at the thing.
Like, oh, sit.
Oh shit!
It's really loud.
So you hear that, but I would assume you probably want to just defer to Marcus at this point, since Marcus is on the beach. Or
I say, Garen, it's time to party. Or not Garen, Beorn, it's time to party. Sounds like
You told yourself,
Yeah.
I'm going to do this.
I talk to you. Bjorn, let's go. We just.
Oh, you're right. You head to the beach.
No.
right.
No. The opposite direction.
Opposite direction of the beach.
Oh,
I'm
I'll
out.
let leave.
Marcus and Beardsley are going to get up to the bonfire and be like, "Where the fuck did everybody go?"
All right, Marcus.
No, we're ready for combat. We maybe move a little bit closer, but I got sword,
Yeah.
2 hands, and
Okay, so Marcus, you begin to move away on your horse.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a horsemanship ride to just kind of,
Yeah.
do a combat kind of style ride.
8 out of 15.
Change the momentum. All right, so you do pretty good.
Really should have put
You
anything.
change the momentum and you start moving away from the beach.
I'm guessing I would be mounted. I don't know, Bjorn, if you would be, but we have our horses, and this thing is a
choose to be.
horse.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I think I'd be on a horse.
Okay. You guys can see kind of,
I am
shifting kind of shadows from the moonlight down towards the beach.
I yell out, Garen, we're coming to you.
with everything that's going on. I am absolutely excited again. It's been too long. We've been doing court shit. Been a while since I've seen half a picked. I only got to kill one Frenchman. I see a chance at honor and glory. I'm incensed. I know these creatures now. I've seen them in my travels. I know these. We can do the fairy lore thing if we must, but I know this one, or at least that killing that thing will get me a lot of honor. And so I got a 5 out of 13 for invoking my honor,
Okay.
or my love for honor, so I can actually ride the damn horse.
Yeah.
Gonna use that to cautiously mount my horse, because I'm still not so sure about it. But
Okay. So yeah, you're gonna head down there. Okay. So it's only gonna take you one round to get down there.
Actually, I have a really cool sledgehammer now. So
yeah, you do. You have a good, nice maul or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay. So Garen, you're kind of preparing for it. Beorn has now mounted and gone after this thing, or rode down. He said something about "I'll see you in Valhalla" or something as he rode off.
Yeah, I see my brothers before me. I see my father. They beckon me. Hello. Yeah. They do call to me. Yeah. We can do that.
Yeah, all that shit. All right, and so Beorn, or I'm sorry, Marcus and Beardsley, you guys are literally like at the edge of the beach. You could see Beorn coming. Okay, you could, because he's already riding down the hill, and you hear him chanting his things to his ancestors and stuff as he's coming down. So he's coming ready. He's not playing around. And you feel like this bump as this thing kind of lands right in front of you, and it is actually facing you. And the only thing you can think of is that somehow it leapt from the beach to in front of you, faster than your horse could actually ride. And as it does, like this spray of salt water comes off the ocean waves as as the breaking waves hit the beach, and it kind of sprays up onto this last part of the beach as it lands in front of you and rears up and swings its arms out and attempts to bite at you. Let's see, it's going to swing its arms at you, and it's the horse head is attempting to bite your horse. Okay.
That's gonna be hit. You're gonna defend. Do you want to defend your horse or yourself?
The horse.
Okay.
I'm trying to like with the horse try to fake one direction and get it to go the other.
Yeah. So go ahead and give me a roll to do that.
Like a horsemanship roll, though.
Yeah, or you could just do a regular combat roll at this point. You've already made your horsemanship roll, so I don't think I'm
Okay.
gonna make you roll another one.
12 out of 16.
Stack up all these dice. Okay. 12 out of 16. That's good. Unfortunately, not quite good enough. So your horse gets bit also. So as this thing kind of slams its clawed like hand that cuts into you like coral. Your armor, of course, absorbing some of this. So then 26 points from the first swing.
Oh,
And let's see, here's 7.
that's a lot of HPs.
Isn't it? 17.
Yeah, I don't want to do this anymore. My horse turns around.
9 and 26 from the second swing. Of course, your armor stops part of that on both.
So, what was the
You're
first
dead.
26 and 26.
one? Yeah, I'm out. I'm done.
Oh, but
Your
remember,
armor-
your armor's stopping.
Yeah, so that makes it 16 and 16.
Yeah, if you got 10 points of armor, it'd be 16, 16.
Whatever chainmail is.
Yeah, it should be that.
Yeah, that's done.
Well, that was fun.
And
Beard circle.
your horse takes 10 as that like just bites like the neck pretty much out of your horse, and the horse just kind of collapses. And Beardsley, you and Marcus and the horse just kind of go down on the beach, and Marcus just kind of flops into the dirt as that happens.
That couldn't happen at worse time. I was dealing with a work issue. Did you just say that,
Oh, you're good, I'm sorry.
he chopped Marcus's head off?
No, the horse bit the neck pretty much out of Marcus's horse.
Out of the horse?
Part of, yeah, it bearded, and then it hit Marcus twice, which cut. You can actually hear it slicing through the chain like coral, like when you were swimming on the beach one day. And,
But Marcus is dead.
and Marcus is at least at a minimum down on the ground.
Shit.
And
All right.
not in a happy mode either.
Okay.
How many hit points did you have?
24.
Yeah, so you're definitely down and with a major wound.
You're
does that
dead.
How does that work?
I'm not sure if he's dead. I gotta look that up. I've never killed anybody before, so better make sure. I hope not.
I am regretting riding as fast as I am right now. Like, this is a great idea.
Oh, a piece of fucking glory, that's for damn sure.
Yeah, like, I'm a Viking, but my person playing me is just a dude in America.
I could take the hit, but if the horse gets hit and goes down, that crashes me and Beardsley.
Yeah, unfortunately, the horse.
No, the horse walked.
That happened anyway.
No, he's fine. Shake it off, champ.
Let's see here. So yeah, Beardsley, what are you capable of responding to that, or do you want Beorn to go?
I am. So no, what happened? I'm on the back of the horse though.
That crashed.
Not anymore.
Right, so it crashes. So I try.
Into the mud.
I'll try to roll and recover.
Okay.
And I know. Oh, this is dumb, but it killed him. It wasn't a mark. I'm gonna run toward Garen with all I have to try to get there and protect it. I can't face off against this thing. Well, I don't think I would do that, would I? I think he turns and just
you can make a roll versus valor. So it is -10. It is -10.
Yeah,
to your
there's no
right
way.
now,
There's no way I'll get there. There's no way.
Thing is really
Yeah, so you're valorous, so
Yep.
it's going to be minus.
Well, you
20
could
for that.
hear Beorn charging down the beach.
Yeah, you know Bjorn's coming.
You're like,
Yeah. So I would turn and just brace myself. Getting ready to dodge out of the way. Take a swat at it when it comes to me because I'm not going to run. I don't think I can run from it. Did I lose you, Byron?
I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah. I
No.
thought it might be
you
muted.
can try to refer it. No, I was trying to look up this.
No, I
was
sort
trying
of
to see
braced
being-
myself.
if he's dead or not. I hear you.
Okay. So yeah, I braced myself waiting for it to come, and because
Okay.
it's on. I'm going to try to be able to dodge, kind of like you would if against in mounted combat, where you're the poor sod on the ground, and I don't know, defer until my friends arrive. I'm not going to run from this thing.
So you do know that you could apply first aid to Marcus.
Oh, I could.
It is possible. Yep. You can. You could choose to save Marcus or attempt it.
Okay, then I think about it. I'm like, I might be able to, and I'll go and drop to my knees and I'm gonna try to stanch the flow of the blood.
All right. Yep. He will regain D6 hit points.
Okay.
And if he's above 0, he lives, but he's going to need major. He's
so
going
I'm
to need
gonna.
surgery.
This is like my brother. I'm gonna invoke the love of family. For 2 out of 15 to invoke the love.
Beersley goes insane and runs in the woods.
2 of 15. Wait, that does it not? Or am I rolling over there? Okay, I was gonna say
you're dead.
you're dead.
Yeah, you're right there.
Okay.
So yeah, he's going to gain back D6, and as long as it puts him above 0, he
Okay.
will no longer be dying.
Let me
He's
give my
just-
first aid roll. So that adds 10, right? For love of family.
Yeah.
Adds 10. So I'm fighting against 22. Holy shit, 13 out of 22. My natural's 12.
Yeah. So he's going to get D6 back.
You are not leaving me alone with these heathens. And that thing either. Just I'll sort of make, once I know he's stable, that's probably takes my turn, Byron, but I'm going to run back toward Garen and team.
Okay. How many hit points did you get back?
I get to pick or I get to roll D6.
No,
I thought you said it's 6. Oh, well, you said
The answer is
yeah.
6.
Okay.
The answer
Up
is
to 6. All right, let's see. Come on.
24.
Up to 6. And you're at, what are you at, negative
5.
4?
It was
negative
26 damage total, so I was at -2.
Negative 2. So you are
So
at
at 3.
positive 3.
5.
So you are not dying, but you do need major surgery. And they're going
You
to have
did
to,
it.
They're going to have to put you in a cart to get you there.
Yeah.
Hopes and prayers, Marcus. Hopes and prayers.
Wow, that was so mean.
That was a little on the rough side. All right.
And it's
So,
not over. Like, he didn't
it's
ride
not
off
over,
into
man.
the
That was
seas.
just turn 1,
Yeah,
dude.
he's not like, all right, I killed one, I'm going fishing. He's like,
You're like, I'm excited. You're dead.
All right, Beorn, you're next. So you're actually before Beardsley, but that's okay. So yeah, you're riding down. You can see this thing. It's just, you can see that the tunic that Marcus wears is just flashed completely open. It looks
Redder
like
than usual.
it's a lot redder than usual. Yeah, and
I can't tell that
Beardsley's
he's
arms.
bleeding.
Beardsley's arms are covered in blood as he's like got part of the tunic just jamming it into this gaping wound that is what was Marcus's chest. Marcus's horse, its entire neck has just been bit out, and you see this thing as it kind of turns in the moonlight, and you can see its chittering jaw as the bone teeth kind of clank together.
I attack Beardsley because clearly he's tried to kill Marcus. I do my standard charge and try to mounted swing this warhammer into the horse's head.
So you're going to get +5 to your statistic because you are fighting from a higher ground, even though this thing is mounted. It's leaned down at the moment.
Okay. And I would argue that seamanship probably has something to do with some of this. I'm just saying, I know my way around the beach. Not my first battle on the water.
Yeah.
So
Normally
anyway,
you come out of the water onto the shore, but
yeah, but I do something cool, like I swing my head around. There's water in my hair that does a cool thing.
yeah.
Anyway, I try to smash the big evil horse thing with my new special powered beaten stick.
Hammer.
And let's see. Forget how to do battle again.
First roll a d20. Where's your statistic?
So
and in this case, it's going to be your statistic plus 15 because you invoked your honor or whatever already.
So anything less than a 30. Okay, I got it. Oh, sorry, 32. Yeah, nailed it. Okay.
What would you get though? Because it matters versus his defensive roll.
Oh, I got
compare number to number.
12.
A 12. That's good enough to beat him.
Oh, cool.
So you do full damage.
Okay, and that would be. Oh, how do I get a critical?
When you roll the exact number of your statistic, so that number would go from whatever number it is plus 5. The 10 doesn't change the number of your characteristic.
Got it.
For the critical side of things,
and
but the 5 points does. That would have been a critical.
Yeah, because I got a 12.
Oh yeah,
5 would be a 17, which would be my.
That's your statistic.
Yeah, that's my sword.
Yeah, that's perfect. Exactly, that's critical. So yeah, you're going to do double damage.
Thank God I had the high ground.
Right?
Yeah. Now let's so that would be 66.
Yeah, so 12d6 altogether.
12d6. Let me see if I have that here. 12 dice, 6-sided. I got it.
So were you wet from the beach, or you wet from like the water trough and stuff up at the where you guys were at?
The water trough. I had rinsed everything off. So
okay.
That whole pre-battle rage. I don't want salt water on me.
Yeah, I understand. I just
don't want to shave.
Yeah, I don't want my hair all screwed up.
Yeah.
So
got it.
Anyway, so 12d6. I got 44.
Nice. Yeah, so you swing and it just slams into this thing. It's just literally like you can just picture like hitting a side of beef with a sledgehammer. You hear its bones crack and some of its tendons and its like haunch just kind of rips free where his leg would be, maybe. And it just kind of his body kind of lurches a little bit as it rocks him pretty good. And next is going to be Garen.
Yeah. So I passed my loyalty to family at 13 out of 16. And having seen Marcus fall, Beardsley do his thing, Beorn, I just charged down as well.
Only takes you one round to get there. So we'll come back and you'll be there next round. So next is going to be Beardsley.
So Beardsley was running. I guess, obviously we don't break this up quite like we would in move and sequence or whatever, but I'm kind of running full on. He sort of soars in and Beorn hits him. Is there any opportunity for me to come up behind and get a solid blow?
You are, in fact, behind it.
As something like, for the honor of my brothers, and I invoke the passion of family. Wait, that lasts for the whole combat, doesn't it?
The passion of Christ.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, okay, so
it compels you.
All
right, sorry, multitasking, not great.
You're good.
You're doing great. I'm proud of you.
All right, so that's great. That's actually really good. So that's a dead on 16 of 16, although it would have been 26 with the with the
Oh, shit.
bonus.
That's okay. So the 16 on 16
Yeah.
is actually a critical.
So just and I just lay into it and do some damage.
Yes, you swing and cut into it, so you're going to do double damage. Look at you two with double criticals.
Yeah, I do.
Trying to kill Marcus.
What's the damage on a sword? It's strength plus something, 46.
Hey, James, this is what it looks like when you hit everything in Valdon, by the way.
Yeah. So that's going to be times 2. So that's going to be okay. So that's 23.
23?
Yeah.
So yes, you slice into this thing from the back, and what does it look like as you kill it?
I kill it? No way! I kill another thing. That makes my work. That makes
in the butthole.
that makes the work situation better. And honestly, I'm gonna let Beorn call it. I think that's right. I think he comes in and it's just like straight through and then just tears downward and opening it up and letting its watery, gross, algae, seaweedy guts just spill out of its cavity.
Yeah. And as it lays there like dying on the beach, you can see parts of its muscles trying to contract as it attempts to drag its way towards the beach, towards the water, even though it's dying.
Oh, it's excuse me.
Don't let it back in the water.
I think I'm like, we're just gonna come up behind it and just like chop its head off. If it's not fighting back and it's kind of like, I'm gonna chop the knight's
so it's
head
like
off.
crawling away, and you're just like chopping the chopping at it as it tries to slowly pull away.
Your anointed sword.
All right, so you guys kill it.
I want its head.
Dies on the beach.
Yeah,
well,
Friars.
it just got chopped up into little pieces of hamburger by
That's a
Jane Beersley.
He has a sword, not a grinder. I want his
It's
head.
a sword, but he's chopping it. He's really angry that it almost killed Marcus.
Can I have a hoof?
It has flippers, but yeah, it has hooves on the front.
Can I have a hoof flippers?
Sure, you can
Okay.
get us hoof flippers.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'm gonna make a museum.
You can make it be jam, a horse flipper jam.
No, museum.
And-
museum.
And Friar Diaz comes down from up by the church, and he has his hands up, and there's blood like pouring down like his arms as he's holding like the entrails from some piece of livestock, and he says, "The Lord has blessed our Lord Christ has allowed you to be vessel to act as the sword of justice, and you have killed this." And he kneels down on the beach, and he's picking up sand and blood and just wiping it all over his face.
Beorn, stop fucking around and come help me get Marcus. We got to get him help.
That wasn't me. He was doing this.
No, I'm saying you want souvenirs from this thing. We got to get Marcus on a horse, and we got to get him someplace to
Byron.
Yeah, so
where they can amputate his arms.
I have first aid experience, and I can tell he has 3.
Byron,
So he's fine.
how do I resolve? Okay, so I hear that, I see that he's doing more weird stuff. Beardsley feels very strongly about this. I probably shouldn't kill him, but I kind of think I should. I am dead set convinced that he's why this thing came.
So
Marcus
that's
can't
going to be
complain.
Yeah, the only guy that would stop you is not doing anything right now.
well. So the only thing that would stop you at this point is traits of passions. So let me pull that up, 'cause I don't
So
have
you're
it
looking
up
for
once.
chaste, but the thing is,
No, not
or
chaste.
chaste, not chaste,
Yeah,
It's like
valor,
if you're gonna have that
temperate,
I was like, I'm gonna fuck you.
spiritual. I'm right in the middle, so it's
No, it's gonna be like mercy or vengeful.
Or cruelty? Yeah. Are you gonna have the cruelty thing?
No, not really cruelty. So let's
forgiving
see
and
here.
vengeful. I'm
So,
right in the middle, but I'm cruel.
Yeah, forgiving or
Got to be
vengeful.
spiritual and worldly.
Yeah, and I'm right in the middle there too. That's the problem.
Yeah, I like spiritual weirdly.
How can you be in the middle? That seems like something that should be higher for you. That's
well,
wild.
sometimes when
Yeah,
you
no,
say
right?
things out loud, It's not exactly what you
Not
mean.
always.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
You're
say
exhausting with your piousness, and yet here
So you
you
gotta
are.
roll.
You don't believe your shit either.
All right, so
that you gotta roll one way or the other.
but I have a 10 or a 10.
A 10 or a 10. So you're rolling against. You want to kill him.
I do.
But you're so you're just rolling against the 10 side. So
All right, so I got a
if you
2.
roll less than a 10, which you did, then you're
So
gonna
I
kill him.
it's just I walk up behind him as he's and he's just putting, and I think of Marcus, and I think of these poor people, and just how horribly he soiled the and I cut his head off.
Okay, yeah, he's like praying like this, dude, and all of a sudden his head just cut, and then it just kind of shifts a little bit, and it rolls in the sand, and it rolls into the water.
Oh no, that's probably not great.
And as the waves come up, and you can just see it just kind of shift the blood on the foam and stuff of the sea as it's on the beach, and then it just kind of takes his head off into the sea.
And 10 more horses rise.
No,
or
no,
one-
yeah, the head. Yeah.
And that's where we're gonna end the stream.
Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, Brian, that was amazing.
Thanks for